Billy Crystal and Bette Midler joined forces on screen, and they're wonderful for the first time in their new comedy called Parental Guidance. They play grandparents who answer the call in very different ways when their kids need a favor, like come take care of them. Take a look.
Hi, Alice. What's going on? Well, now that you ask, Phil has to go away next week, and I'd really like to go with him. And we need someone to watch the kids, so I was wondering, would you want to?
We'd love to. Listen, I'm cooking dinner. I'll call you back in a little bit for the details.
She said yes?
You said yes.
Artie, we practically never see our grandchildren. We've never seen their new house.
I'm not going.
You're going.
That's what I meant.
And he went, so please welcome back Billy Crystal and Bette Midler. I think nobody ever did the Academy Awards better, but that's just
You're right.
I love you a lot, though.
The person I went to when I got the job was Billy, and Billy got me through it. So you're absolutely right.
So let me move on to this. So there are not parents or kids who cannot relate to this. You saw a little bit of it. But you've been friends for 30 years, yeah? But it's the first time you've worked together. So was that great? Were you hamming it up? What was it like?
It was a ham fest.
Yeah?
To say that.
Two Jews and a ham fest. We had a great time. People assume that we've worked together. People go, "This is really your first time?" I guess because we feel like we should have been together.
Honestly, we did work together one time, and I cannot remember what it was because I'm so old. I can't. Yes, tell me what it was. No, he wasn't on that.
I was in a fourth.
He wasn't on that.
Can I just say this, by the way, Phil? I love this movie. I think if you've got kids or you're a grandparent, but I've been laughing my tail off because I think parents now, like I will make my parents try to parent the way I parent. And I'm completely denying them the opportunity to just parent their own way. Billy, you have 3 grandkids, right?
Yeah, another one on the way.
Did this come from the sort of experience?
It's sort of when Janice and I... Janice and I had the girls for 6 days all alone.
Okay.
For the first time. And on the 7th day, I rested. See, she's finishing my sentences. We're so married. And came into the office and said, all right, here's the idea for the movie. These 2 grandparents babysitting for these kids, trying to do what their kids want them to do. But they can't do it because they're old school versus new school, so we got to do it our way. And when we finally had a chance to actually make the movie, and they said, well, who's going to play your wife? We want a Doom.
Yeah.
And we had a dinner meeting the next night. She read the script, and she really loved it. And we sat down to eat, and we were married.
Yes.
She ate off my plate. She insisted on driving. She wouldn't let me drive. No, we knew it. She finished my sentences. It was like perfect. So, and I think what you see is really we have a lot of affection for each other, and I think it's in the script.
But in the movie, the kids don't call you grandpa. You don't want that, right?
I don't want to be called grandpa.
You even in real life?
No, I insist on grandpa.
Oh, so it's...
No, I feel like I earned it.
Yeah, you did.
I don't like in the movie, he says, don't call me those puppet names. Bloop, bloop, blop, 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 blop. My name's Artie. Call me Artie. And with my kids, that's what and I love it. I love it.
So in your movie, because that is exactly what it is, you are Artie and Diane Decker, and you babysit the grandkids for the first time, and you have to go by your kids' rules, but it is old school versus new school. Can you give us some examples of that old school, new school?
Well, one of the big ones is use your words. When a kid has trouble expressing himself, and so you don't act out and throw something, use your words, and I don't know if you have.
And you never say no.
Yeah, don't say don't. Never say no.
Right.
and all that
the
kind of stuff.
consequences, like the new phrase, right?
Right, all of that stuff. So that's throughout the movie is us trying to do that.
When my daughter was little, she went to a girls' school, and one of the things that they said incessantly was, "Are you using good judgment?" Yeah. And the kid would actually have to stop and think, "Am I using good judgment?" And we still say it. My husband still says it to me. "Are you using good judgment?" You know what? Wait a second.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because my grandparents with me would be, "What the hell are you doing? What are you doing?" That's so different.
You know, in the movie, she says, when we're sitting around the Chinese, Pan-Asian dinner table, the dinner table, and she says, and she's really digging you to use your words. Don't just say, "Get the hell out of here," like you used to say to her. I mean, I found that actually very, very moving.
It is. Marissa Tomei plays our daughter, and she's fantastic in it. And she has a speech in this Pan-Asian restaurant telling me the things that we should say and not say. And everything that she tells me, she said, for instance, if you would say, "Quit your whining, you give me a headache," you know that I said it to her.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of great. And she's a great actress.
Well, also the thing that's funny is that all the automated things now that the grandparents don't know. All the computerized stuff that you have to get. It's hilarious because you don't know which button to press. And
Well, the whole house is a fully functioning smart house that talks to us and senses when we're there or not there, and who's where and who's happy and who's not happy. And it gave me a physical. The house actually gave me a physical.
Also, when I talk, I have known Sophie, your baby, since she was a baby, and she's now 26.
26.
And what is she doing?
She's at Yale Drama School, becoming an actress.
Like
Mom, I've got all my old clothes. Wait. Do you want her to be an actress? Well, you know, the interesting thing about her is that she, we were pretty strict. And I tried to give her, unfortunately, I did say when she was very young, "If you go into show business, I'll kill you." But I thought,
I remember you didn't allow television.
We had some, but we didn't have much. I was very careful about what I let her see. And we sort of tried to show her the things that we thought would encourage her or help her or inspire her, rather than the things that were going to make her think it was a terrible thing to be a human being.
Right.
So I said that to her, and she never forgot it. I think she took it very much to heart. And so she had a good education, went to China, all that, all that story. Then she came back and she said, "I've decided what I want to do with my life." And we went, "Oh, she's going to med school." And she said, I've decided I want to be an actor. And we went, "But you never told us." And then it was it was bad. Because she said, "You told me never to tell you that." So I realized it was my bad. It was my mistake. I had made a terrible, terrible mistake, and I had to own up to it.
But she wanted to do it anyway, so that shows.
That's right. Yes, and so there she is. I didn't mean to take about your time.
Individuals. That's why they're not us.
That's exactly right.
That's the important thing. You have to let them be who they're going to be.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be it.
Whether you like it or not.
And the worst thing you can do to a kid is try to force the kid to be what that child either cannot be, is not interested in
That's
being.
also part of this film. So we're going to keep you here because we love you. We want to keep you here. And we're going to be right back with Billy Crystal and Bette Midler.
Up next.